Welcome back to Menzo Berenzan. Oh, we're city building. It's that time. Let me give a quick check for problems here. I'm not seeing any massive alerts. There goes our lovely hot air balloon. That has been one of my favorite things we've put in so far, visually. I wonder what other little secrets like that are hiding around it. Our beach section is coming along well. It's a bit of beach. It's still quite cliffy. I wish there was a way to even it out. Even more, we'll have to mess with it. But everything's still working. Waterfall is still pumping. I had sort of a silly idea here that I wasn't sure what it might do or cause exactly. But the canal, I'm wondering, it's not very easy to build across the canal. I think you kind of have free reign to build over rivers, just like normally. Like, I think you could build over here, as long as you're not intersecting the canal underwater, just fine. So it's like there's something weird about the canal that I'm not understanding. And I was wondering if we could do a similar thing to what we did here and just terraform the channel back into the river rather than having to have the actual canal piece, and if then it would be easier to build across it. I didn't know if that was incredibly foolish and might cause a great deal of suffering, like it break this grid and mess up all these commercial zones and possibly these houses here. A little leaning tower situation going on already, though. Oh no, it's slanted, I see. It was a bit of an illusion. I was seeing it from about that angle, and I was like, that doesn't look right. Ahem. Lovely. Lovely design. So, those may be toast if we do such a thing. So I'm thinking we'll give it an extra save here. I just loaded a save, so it's probably fine. But I'm going to save it again in an empty slot. Because I'm just that paranoid. And then, out of total curiosity, let's see how much this brings. Aha, I will have to actually terraform. For some reason I thought there was, like, existing depth there. There is not. Okay, so taking this back to relatively normal. And then the problem is going to be that, it won't let you lower the ground beneath roads, so we'll have to break at least these two roads in order to lower here. I'm not sure about that one. I think it's still counting as a bridge, and I'm not sure about this. I'm hoping that's still counting as a bridge. Let's check. We want to go down, perhaps just a little less severely. There we are. Okay. So far, so good. So we want to go out this way. I guess that is also still a bridge, so this might work. We may not need to break anything. And that would be amazing. So I'll still try to keep those. I think, yeah, that the buildings will actually protect themselves. They're automatically doing that, so this is working out much better than I had envisioned in my nightmare scenario. Also known as my imagination. Welcome to the nightmare scenario. Alright, so I think this should work. There is, in fact, it seems like there's, even though we deleted the canal, there's still water object down there, if my eyes are not deceiving me. So this may even, like, replace itself directly. I wasn't expecting it to turn out this well. Ah, oh, what a great day. So we can hopefully smooth this out a bit, but now it's an actual natural river instead of the wonky man-made canal we came up with. So I'm wondering if we can now run a 4-lane road across it more easily. Just gotta get down there to the water level. That's the spirit. I always forget which way the water is going. I think it's this way, so we might want to, like, give it the insinuation here to curve I guess the water is coming out from there, so it should go the other direction. I'm sorry. I'm getting myself mirror image confused. We had it right the first time. It should curve this way into the river, if at all possible. It has been far too long since we've checked back in with the city here. I'm sorry to keep you waiting. If you were wondering how the citizens are faring here. Oh, quite well. But bored. That's the one I need. I'm just going to try to soften this all into a sort of beachy peninsula here. Sandy. Let's raise this up. Alright, that should be fine. Something like that. And just a touch more here. Make sure we don't have any lumps. Ugh. I'm trying to think up a folksy saying about lumps, but I don't have anything. Lumps in the gravy today equals blue sky and morning. I don't know of one. I'm sorry. All right, I'm hoping that's fine. Let's see if it holds water, as the saying goes, with an unpause here. Did I break anything that I'm not remembering? I guess while it is paused, let's in fact go for the actual reason we're doing this and try to connect this across. Hello, 4-lane roads, it's me. I've come for disappointment number 3. That is exactly what I've been wanting this entire time. That's it. That's all. Thanks, Canal. So now it should be fine. I think it's great. I may just give it a little extra zhuzh here because it doesn't have very much room to straighten itself out. So I'm just going to fix that. There. Just a touch cleaner. Alright, we should be good. We now have a 4-lane road. Let's check to make sure it didn't intersect it, which it did. Get out of there. That's all fine for now. Alright. Let's also give a quick check to our trash coverage. I see we are a little bit low on money. I've been spending like a maniac with the terraforming there. My apologies. While paused, no less. So we'll come back to checking the recycling center coverage. Let's see if this canal works. What I'm really hoping is I don't flood everything here, but if I do, hopefully it's just temporary. We'll see what happens. Terraforming can sometimes splash the water everywhere. Yep, there's that water splashing. Yikes. It all had to, like, come out from where it used to be in a very narrow channel there. It had to wash out to the bank, and it's overdone it significantly. Sorry about your homes. I'll provide space heaters. Small tidal wave to decimate the south of the city. And the junkyard of dreams. However, this is a great study opportunity at the university. They are literally rolling in the knowledge. That should even itself out, but oh goodness. The consequences of my hubris in action. And there goes the public library. Oh, it's turning into a real disaster film here. Cars washing away. John Cusack desperately trying to don't know what exactly. Hold on to the script. He did fine. It wasn't an acting issue. Goodness. It's quite the flood. It's also reversing the flow here, so that's going to be a little interesting. It may back up a bit and then have to figure itself out. But hopefully it's not like an angle issue. I hope I'm not like making it go uphill, which is affecting the flow. I may need to try to smooth that out a bit. However, we'll just let this run its course. On 2 or 3. It will dry out eventually, though that is such a shame. Alright. So it's coming back in. It should eventually figure itself out and reverse flow. That is a little narrow there. I'm hoping it's not going to be an issue. Huh. I didn't expect it to build further out there. That's actually silly. Let me fix the grid. When I painted this in a big swath, it didn't have the ability to take any of those squares, but now that I've fixed it up, or changed it rather, it took extras. So no thank you. No extras. I'm full. However, you can see all the extra room that has given us along the waterfront there for potential squares. All of it will cut into our river, so we'll have to be careful, but interesting to keep in mind. I'm just going to go ahead and make sure they can't take those either. We'll block this off because it's just extra. Alright, go. Now go. I guess that one is also a problem. Sorry. I didn't see you there. Alright. That should be fine. What havoc have you created? Yes, I'm sorry. I've messed with the floodwaters, so you can see our beach used to be about half that height. It's filling up rather significantly, but you can see finally the water is starting to leave. So hopefully that will even out as well. Just gotta get the flow going, and then we should be in good shape. However, the river is trying to fight us. So this could be interesting. It may, in fact, flood again, either in this corner or perhaps up here. I'm really hoping that the mass of water coming down the waterfall there will eventually take the day. I didn't expect to have to battle with my river. But this is why we saved it ahead of time. He's getting awfully high there in the corner. Hi there in the corner. Folks cannot drown in this game. Luckily enough, they can, be displaced and have to rebuild their homes, but I think they can only die of natural causes, I want to say. Not of, fire, etc. Meteor strikes, I'm not sure about. That seems kind of hard to avoid. Alright, this is getting very juicy. Can we reverse that flow there? You ready? It is finally all going out. It's working quite well off that angle there. It's joining the flow of the river on downstream. So I'm hoping we're in good shape. I think it's finally leveling out here even, yeah, going down. Okay. So we did lose a little beach. I'm not sure if that's going to keep receding. It does look like it's coming back a little bit, but I'm not sure. We'll see what that does. But even if we did gain a little depth to the lake consternation there, I'm not mad at that. That sounds great. Shouldn't affect us. Man, I really like this. One of the things we have to go ahead and run through is just a beautification pass for some of those flowered trees all around Lake Consternation here, like in this area would be kind of nice, just to give it a real pop all around the outside, or at least in a couple of areas. In fact, let's throw in some haunted flowered trees to get things started. We have this area here, luckily enough. Cannot build on water. Well, never mind. Ah, so incensed. Just throw in some nice, lovely haunted trees for the kiddos. Something nice for the kids. And their ghost friends. All right. Let's grab one of these. Sorry you had to hear my dong. Something like that. And what do we have here? A darker purple, a brighter pink, sure. A darker pink, even. As much variety as possible. Also have a very classic haunted look to them. What with the dark purple and all. The color of Vincent Price's tonsils. Oh, my headset didn't like me to invoke that name. I'm sorry. Yikes. Get out of here, ghosts. Pardon me. Alright. Some of these fancy, I'm going to call them mushroom trees. Seems appropriate. Just right there. No, not going to allow it. Motion denied. I see how it is. Oh, but you're thinking about it. Yep, there it is. Oh! Such a small margin of error. Ha! I've taken the day. Alright, so something like that, just in various areas around the park, I think would give it a lot of life here. Maybe something around the path? Or at least where the path connects. Let's use these. This is always a fun step of things. Just making it look wildly pretty. I don't want to fill up too much of my road space with trees just yet. I'm going a little overboard. But it's fun. That's just what I'm thinking, to make that little flowery corner there pop around the entirety of the reserve, rather. We'll try to put something near the most dangerous outhouse in the world. Little coverage for if you fall. There we go. You'll fall right into the bushes. It'll be twice as embarrassing. Good, good. Alright, they're all going to be small, that's fine. I'll just put a couple of you in then. There. Just a little something. We're getting there, slowly but surely, as our money attempts to build back up. Alright, flood waters receded, I do hope. We seem to be coming along well in the channel here. So we now have a little bit of extra real estate to work with, and... goodbye, throat. And we can do whatever we want with the roads. We no longer have the constraint of whatever was going on with that canal. So I feel much better about that. Thank you for bearing with me through the flood. How is our park doing here? Well, it seems. Okay, so we were going to check coverage of recycling centers when we ran out of money. All of the roads are looking pretty green. We have these ones up here, taking care of this area. We have this one we just put in over here, good. Garbage processing is a little bit low. If we expand any more residential, we're definitely going to need it. We need to get just 1,000, or I guess like 300 more citizens. So we're still desperately close to that. It might be that we just need like one more block here. Let's try it. Don't want 4-lane. There we are. 2-lane. May as well add this one in as well. Alright, they are needing a little bit more either office or forest industry zoning. We do have some space ready for that here in the new lumber zone, which we should probably give a new name to now that the old lumber zone has ceased to exist. Quite some time ago, in fact. Alright, this should peak us up towards 17,000. And that's all we really need for the moment. I forget what we're waiting for there. Is it crematoriums? That will be nice. As morbid as it sounds. Oh goodness, I'm looking forward to crematoriums. So sorry to leave you there with the gentle chorus of bird song. Tweet, 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 tweet. Harassing tweet. I don't know if this is going to be quite enough. I guess I've forgotten half of it. That's probably why. I was like, I thought 2 blocks would be plenty. I've only done 1 block. As it happens. Alright. Give that a shot. So they are going to need a little bit more commercial. They're going to need a little bit more job, industrial, office, etc. We have a commercial zone over there. We have a commercial zone there and some here. We could put a little more over here, I guess. I don't know if they need shops here desperately. Let's try to put some in across the park, though. That makes a certain sense. Maybe a hot dog stand in there, and then something right here. Just to help those folks out. A little bodega would be nice. Alright, 932, and we're still rising. I think this should do it. Let's check the list of what we get when we cross the line. Perhaps I'm premature, though. It's going down now. I'll hope for the best. Yes, they did take us up on all the available slots, so maybe we just need a couple more blocks here. Oh, let's help them out. Question is, should I go this way? Yes, I should. Let's make sure that didn't create an issue. Shouldn't really create an issue, but I do want it reconnected. Let's take it over here. That should be fine. Alright. And let's put 1 square of office here. Nope. There we go. Hooray. we've done it. We've unlocked the water treatment plant, the crematorium, a floating garbage collector, a cryopreservatory, and perhaps that's it. Okay. But crematoriums, mostly what we needed. So, let us decide here. We have an office going in there. Let's throw more apartments in. Gently. Gently! Alright, good. There we go. That should keep him happy for a bit. Let's take it back down to 2 speed, just in case. Give a quick check for fires. So here's our big problem. You can see on the overview. We're screaming about the amount of dead bodies we have. Crematorium should help that. Once we have one in place, we can say, I'm going to go dig up your grandfather, and I'm going to burn him, so that he takes up less space. And then maybe we'll reuse the space where he was buried for another person, and then later we'll also dig up and burn them when their loved ones have forgotten and or died. So, welcome. And if you'd like a cookie or a cup of coffee, that's right there in the foyer. That's what we do here. So the problem with crematoriums, I'm sorry for that rather flippant display. The problem with crematoriums is that they pollute. They cannot help themselves, the poor dears. So we're going to have to kind of put them here in the industrial-ish zone so that does not cause a problem. Weird that it was turning green for even a second. Oh, it's kind of thinking about it. Yeah, huh? Yeah? There's no real reason why I'm slamming it in there, but there we go. That's really respectful of your loved ones there, in between the dump and the recycling center. So we'll throw in another one of these over here, and then let's put... I need to know what the upkeep cost is for that before I continue slamming them in here. Let me check. $756 a week, so I've done about 14,000, 15,000 so far. Let's move this. Fair enough. We'll expand slowly. I've learned my lesson. Okay, $5,000. Ouch. To learn my lesson here. We have one there. Where else do we have a pollution? Junkyard of Dreams is probably the place to put it. So, crematorium right here on the other side of the access road up to the Bryn. Let's say. Just in case, we'll have a little bit of extra room to put some more in there. And that should work. So right now, it'll just be anyone who dies from this point on will possibly go to the crematorium, or they might go to the cemetery. I don't know what the percentages are. However, I can tell the cemeteries to, stop burying people, or to unbury people and send them to the crematorium instead. And since this one's so close, I'm going to go ahead and have it do that. As much as morally, this horrifies me, and I'm deeply sorry. It is a space efficiency issue, and, well, there we have it. So they should be emptying out the cemetery and taking it across to the crematorium here, which should begin to pollute. Yes, we see the hearses just driving down the street. And so then we can basically continue to do that. We can juggle our cemeteries, fill them back up, empty them out, as we have enough crematorium capacity, etc., etc. Bit of a bummer, but there we go. It will really start helping us out on our stacked capacity issues. Let's go ahead and tell this to do the same thing. For the moment, we'll hope that doesn't cause any backup. If it does, we can always pause the cemetery emptying. It's obviously always a higher priority to do active deaths than it is to do already buried deaths, so we'll keep an eye on it. What else do we need here? It may be about time to start expanding our plain section here on the other side of the highway. from the forest of nonsense. We have plenty of room to work with, and we may want to connect it up even so that people can get to their jobs here in the lumber zone from their houses over there. Right now they all have to take the collector road, which is working. Working okay for now. It's been a while since I've given a traffic view look at things. Heavy. So yeah, that's exactly what I was saying there, that a lot of people are trying to get to their jobs, and they all have to take that single intersection there. That would be a good place for another roundabout, or to direct the traffic back up to this roundabout somehow. That is really backing up, isn't it? Huh. Okay. We have a new project then. I didn't think it was getting quite that bad, but yeah, that's getting a little severe. So, let's give them first a couple more ways, potentially, to get to work. I'm going to make this, let's say, 2 more blocks worth of normal road. And then we'll switch it. Oh, let's go 3. Then we'll switch it to industrial road here. Which I'm assuming can lead into each other. Yeah, it shouldn't be a problem. That's a little bit strange there. For no real reason. Let me see if I can fix that up. How should it be coming in? It's not very thick forest, so I don't really need to take advantage of it. Let's go out here. And then bring this down. I don't know why that makes more sense to me. Keep it like a distinct, separate area there. Alright. I think we can go ahead and make this regular as well. There we go. So now I should be able to take, let's say, this. Not an upgrade. Is that? Nope, not quite enough. I want to shortcut it. My headset seems awfully muddled. I hope you can hear me all right. I'm so sorry. I keep bumping it and causing issues. 1, 2, 3. Still not working. There we go. Is that enough? 4, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Yes. All right. Don't know why I couldn't get that. All right. A little bit out here with the residential section. That's strange. I don't know if it's an elevation issue. Let's come out from here. Just doesn't like that grid there for some reason. Must be the hill. Okay. So, you can see there's already quite a bit of traffic deciding to take this route. What I don't really want to happen is for industrial traffic to come this way to get to the highway. That's not super ideal, but if they have to, they have to. It's just going to create a little more noise. We can always run another industrial slip road, like out and behind here, if we wanted to, or even connecting up here might make sense. Huh. Let me see. This might be an interesting way of doing it. An asymmetrical 3-lane road. I have never seen that. What would that be used for? 2 lanes going in one direction, 1 in the other. That's really interesting from Mass Transit DLC. Huh. Got myself distracted. Alright, so let's pause it here. I'm going to delete that. Let's take this all the way out. I hope that was straight. Good, good. And all the way out here. Ah, so close. It doesn't necessarily need to be perfect. That's fine. Let's just do this. Yeah. Alright. Because I don't want them going past all of those houses necessarily, but it's fine if they need to, like, get onto this highway interchange. That's not a bad place for them to go, really. So, let's just take this back. Leave that just in case, and we'll see how they tolerate it. I guess the whole purpose was to try to get the people to their jobs, though. That's the part I'm forgetting. You have to juggle those two things. The people need to get to their jobs, but the industrial exports need to get to the highway, without the two intersecting, ideally. So this is going to be interesting. Oh, the woes of city management. So that should be fine. Are these actual houses? I think they are. So this is going to be very loud for these guys. And not really ideal. I am going to go ahead and shave off that section, very regrettably. Now that we're meeting new demands, the bargain has changed. Alright, so they should basically be able to go right through there. However, I could even elevate it if I had to. Just gonna see how this acts for now. So, if I create a little, let's see, districting. This one goes out to here. Let's take it out even further. Alright, that should be fine, and then we'll create another one over here. So sorry, my laptop has gone to sleep again. Hello, I'm back with you. Please be gentle with my forest, yes. I'm desperately trying to. It seems to be intact, for the moment. Oh, goodness. We just have a couple more of these, too. We should go ahead and finish off making sure these are all nurseries. I like that plan there. Let's take care of this one right off the bat. We're getting distracted, but aha! I want to take care of it. So, delete this. There should be plenty of trees. Let me just make sure it's zoned. Try it again. Please come in as a nursery. There is plenty of demand for it at the moment, so this should be good. Yes, I say that now. Give it a minute. It'll be on fire. No worries. You can always rely on the old forest of nonsense. All right, nursery, anytime now. We're all waiting on you. Nope. That's not a nursery, is it? Look what you've done. Look at you. Trying again. Up to 3 speed, rather. Tongue, how could you? Come on. Nursery time. Oh, I'm wondering if there's like some sort of calculation of... I don't want to be just like every business around me. Oh, look, they're all nurseries. I'm going to be different. Like, there might be some forest variety thing here. But just in case, I'm going to throw in another tree. We'll see if that helps. Tips it in our balance. What? Favor? I think it's really not a matter of the quantity of trees at this point, but I'm overkilling it. Also hyper-focusing on this one tiny section while everything else could be burning down, but it's fine, it's fine. Jeez. This poor guy just wants to go into business exporting fine furniture. And how dare I? If he could import it from me, that would be one thing. I don't know. We'll come back around to it. Just desperately wants to be a lumber yard for now. No problem. So, as we were saying before I got distracted, I want to district this out and connect a little road here. Hopefully just outside. There we go. I could probably use this road instead. So in Elm Square, which I'll just have... Nope, that's not it. How do I... erase district? Ahem. So just on this side of the road, we'll have sort of a residential area. And the only thing I'm hoping to do with it is to say... no industrial traffic can go through this way, so hopefully none of this lumber traffic will end up in the residential area. They will all have to take the longer road around, is the idea. I'm looking for policies, jeez. Here we go. So... I must have missed it, or it's a city planning thing. It's a city planning thing. No heavy transport vehicles allowed. Got it. So people can go through Elm Square, or whatever we choose to call it, to get to their jobs, but industrial traffic cannot go back. That is all that I want to happen here. Let's go ahead and make it a decorative road right off of here. It doesn't need to be freeform, but these are differing grids, so it could be freeform. Okay, I'll keep that. Lake Consternation Nature Reserve is reached. Level 4. We've unlocked fishing cabins and hunting cabins. Fantastic. Alright, so let's take this down to 2 speed again. And we'll see if anyone starts taking advantage of this just to get to work, but not to take heavy traffic back. Good, the police can go on it, that's awesome. It's like a delivery truck, I'm assuming. Doesn't necessarily look industrial, so maybe that doesn't count. Here's an industrial truck. And it's going. So that's what I don't understand. I would think that that's industrial traffic. I don't think we want that on this road. And why is it here if indeed we just set that policy? That is my question. Is it because it doesn't quite extend to the turn? Is that it? That's such a silly thing, but maybe. Just make sure that that intersection is no heavy traffic. But then how are they gonna... Yeah, that's like I need it not to be on that intersection because they need to take the heavy traffic through there, so... I don't know what they want. I genuinely don't. It seems like it would need to be clear of this road in order to not mess up my exports. So, I don't understand why industrial traffic is choosing to go that way. Maybe they'll stop over time, and they just need a second. Wishful thinking, I'm sure. Give me just a moment. Seeing just a couple of issues here. There was briefly a body pickup, but it looks like they finally got around to it. Fire here, but they should be taking care of it. Good. Alright, so cemeteries are emptying out. That's a weird thing to say, actually. Good, the water level is back down to normal, I would say. seems to be back to about where it was at the start. Flow is pretty steady outward, it seems. Huh, we have a tree growing. I didn't think about that. The canal automatically removed trees for us. It should be rare. But I think that's working just fine. So let's try some of these new hunting and fishing cabins. What do you say, Hello, hello all. It's so nice to see you there. So nice to see a small gathering of friends. As I choke and gasp my way through the morning at you. Do pardon. Alright, fishing cabins first. This is what I've been excited that I hoped would fit, around here. Is that acceptable? Okay, we'll go other side of the tree. Just a couple of these. People can rent out and go fishing. Apparently immediately upon construction. That is a little high. Wish I could get the road lower down towards the water's surface, but in case of floods, we're in good shape. Okay, so we also got the hunting cabins here. We can put some of those in too. Roundabout. Hunting is interesting though. It's like in our nature reserve. Why are we allowing hunting cabins? I guess there are some populations in nature reserves you need the public's help to keep in check, perhaps? And these are for licensed hunters for that reason, but it seems a little strange to even have a nature reserve if you're just going to rent it out to hunters. I am not a conservationist. Fair warning. I do not know what I'm talking about. Let's put some of them out here. Near the haunted cabins, so that in case the children start screaming, they'll know. That also gives it a nice sort of feeling here. Starting to close off the path with buildings is making it feel very parky. I like it. That hunting cabin in particular, this big one, is so cozy looking. And I love the amount of trees that comes with it. Even this little well here. So many cute touches. Alright, let's put another one of those cute touches over here. That seems nice. A little ranger station of sorts. Okay, so how are we actually doing here? Let's take a look. We do need a little bit more, about 300 more entertainment, and then double again the visitors until we reach level 5. But we're getting there. Let's go ahead and knock this up to $8 since we've gone another star up. I'm getting greedy. So, what would give us 300 more entertainment? We may as well, while we're in here, just cap it off and wait for visitors. We could do some more fishing cabins. Let's see if there's another... There really isn't any part of the path that is lower down into the water, is there? It's a bit of a shame. I wonder if I could, run a tangent of it down to the beach. Not hugely necessary, but... Alright, how much entertainment do these actually give? 80, 80, 50... 50 for a camping site, 100 for a lookout tower. That's very space efficient, too. So yeah, lookout towers are great. 80 for a viewing deck. Here comes the hot air balloon. I hear it whooshing. So yeah, I guess lookout towers are kind of our best bet here. Let's try to fit in a couple of these small ones, where they'll give us a lot of benefit, but not really look like anything at all here. This is great. Well, something for the kids to play fort in as soon as you park. As soon as you park and the adults are figuring out the ticket prices. Mom, I don't care about the ticket prices. Oh, you're gonna care about the ticket prices one day. I hope you're not gonna tear anything. That would be bad. We'd have to cut the trip short. I don't know about another one here. Maybe in here somewhere. Yeah, let's try right next to this. Perfect. That evens out the picnic tables. All right. Is that enough? It is just enough. I'm a genius. Thanks, Fingers. All right. So we should just have to wait until that hits 5 stars. Should be any old time now. Fire up in the Bryn, but it's taken care of. Does this mean it's empty now? I think it does. So let's go ahead and click back into there. It takes a while to refill, so I think we can go ahead and switch it back. Stop emptying. There we go. So we'll just keep cycling people out for the crematoriums. I'm sorry if that's dreadful and sad, but it's going well so far. Alright, that's also just a junkyard that's empty. We're not using it at the moment. If we do start having some garbage collection issues, we can turn it back on. We're still just hovering above the garbage processing status there. That's fine. How about electricity and water? Hovering above there. Fine on electricity, thanks Solar Updraft Tower. How about healthcare? This is an elementary school, but sure, curious about that too. All but 2 houses are well stocked, it seems. Well, there's some more. Yeah, those are just brand new. That should be fine. Everyone has good availability. Alright, jumping back to healthcare. There could be some sort of healthcare facility here in the lumber zone. Let's fix that. There we go. We seem to be good on crematorium availability, except out here they're all going to have to go to the cemetery. There is a polluting recycling center out here, so I could put a crematorium out here. It's $25,000. We'll wait. And again, like, 700 weekly cost. I think we're in pretty good shape. I just wanted to make sure I'm not leaving any glaring gaps here. About public libraries. There's a library there, but it doesn't seem to be reaching very far. You can see the radius here isn't tremendous. So if I moved the library here, it would do more good, and then I can have one out here, maybe. Let's make a little extended block. I'm going to make this 16. Yeah, we'll have a little library section. This is going to be great. I'm going to upgrade this. This will be our last hurrah here. Thank you for bearing with me. I needed to get back in the city for a little city building time. Alright, that should be 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Perfect. Good. Alright. I've completely spaced out there for a second. Hi, I'm back. I'm alive. I'm a human person. We're putting in a library. Goodness. Almost lost my mind there. Where did I leave those mind grapes? Alright, I'm going to put in a path right across there. Lovely, lovely. Needs some power to the old library. Let's see if we can skirt that across, actually. Is there anything else that's small enough? Very likely not. Oh, this is kind of small enough. What is this? A community school. That makes sense. Right next to the library. Alright. break that path. However, I can put it there. I don't think it's going to spawn any traffic in, so I will do so. That should fix my electricity issue there. And then we'll put in a little shop area here. Just 3x3. And I don't think I have any recreational building that would fit here, but I could just put in like some props. This is the one I'm looking for, so sorry. I don't think any of these are going to be small enough. But I could put a couple of trees and say a pavilion or something in here. I've been looking for some empty spaces to try some of these. I usually don't delve into it, but I'm curious this time around. A kiosk. A statue. Let's see what this looks like. Ah. Looks like it commemorates something. Something very important. I'm sure. But the pavilion. Yes. Let's have another little skirt of the path here. If only my fingers would work. Let's take it from here and curved. Yeah, that's nice. All right. I guess we can use our favorite, my favorite trees. Why not? You know you want to. I don't know what it thinks is occupying it there. That seems strange to me. Alright. So a little tiny park area here with a couple of nice little amenities. And a large fountain. That's the one. Which really isn't that large, all things considered. I don't know why it thinks there's something there. There we are. Okay, lovely. So something should build itself there. We now have power running across. Looks like we need a pipe as well that I forgot about. Sorry, library. There we are. Alright, should be online. So, now that they have a library here, we should be able to move the other one down the road a little. I'm a little tiny bit low on money, but I don't think it'll affect us. It's not reaching very far up. I wish it did. Oh well. Let's move this one. We'll worry about it later. I think I also want to give it its own road here. Instead of just having it off the collector, let's give it a little more love. There you are. All right. Probably need to put some pipes out here as well, but we'll get to that. I'm going to put it right next to the road. That should be great. Let's pause it. Check our water coverage. Should still be in, but just in case. This is probably silly. Let's just do this. Even sillier. All right. Just want to make sure we got that all covered there. Okay, cemetery is still empty. I can unpause it. There goes the forest of nonsense. We waited just long enough. It's dead. The witch is dead. I'm so sorry. I'm rubbing and rubbing the salve into her dead skin, but it's making things worse. It's sloughing off. The witch is gone. I'm sorry, everybody. I didn't want it to come to this, and now I don't know. It's gonna be okay. This damn forest, seriously. Like, there's a fire headquarters right here, and there's a fire headquarters right here, and there is a helicopter fire headquarters right here, and there is a lake, and I don't get it. But that's what I get for trying to make everything a nursery. So the Forest of Nonsense yearly, apparently, needs to be burnt to a crisp and remade from scratch. That's just how it works. That's the consequence of the nonsense, I guess. Shouldn't have named it that. Gosh, I'd like to apologize to any residents of the forest who may be listening, should they still be alive. It's not my intention to kill you, I promise. Let me see, the other thing yeah, this is what I was curious about. We just unlocked the water treatment plant, which is like the nasty pollution version of this, but it is much better and more efficient. You can put in one of these and it's worth like 3 of the other ones or whatever. So we have not yet unlocked the eco water treatment plant. That is at 34,000, seemingly. So we'll probably try to keep skating by with these for now. We may have to add a new one soon. We're getting up there. But I'm trying not to level us up too much more past 17,000 for now. Let's make sure we're stable at this level and add a couple more amenities. Oh, I see all these subscriptions going out there. Thank you. That is lovely. And welcome aboard to all. How sweet of you, Justin, indeed. Thank you for the gifts. I'm flabbergasted. Is that what that is? Yeah. I'm flabbergasted. Okay. So, we have our new little public library here. A little pavilion with some trees. We have some new beautification trees in and around Lake Consternation. We'll continue to... Oh, keep bumping that up. We finally have some good fishing going on there. We fixed up our canal. We fixed up our full cemetery issue. We now have crematoriums humming away. What a great session. We fixed our road here. I am so very grateful for your time and your kind attention here in Menzoberranzan. I will be back shortly, if not roundly, to city build with you again. Thank you for your kind attention. We have some areas to expand here still, both industrial and otherwise, and then we can jump back to our rail yard and keep trying to, make that a commercial hub, and we've got our beach district, and so many possibilities. Goodness me, it may be about time to expand into a new area even. I might place that up in the air for next time. We could expand across the river here into the fertile farmland and get this one. Build an interchange off the highway there in the corner. And start working on agriculture industry. We could totally do that. This is salt being poured, yes. This is to signify the salt that I've rubbed into your wounds with the repeated betrayal. The arson attempts in the Forest of Nonsense. I'm sorry. It's because you support me, but also you're salty about being lit on fire. I do, seeing that question now, I do have the natural disasters pack. I think they're turned off at the moment, but at some point, if we want to tsunami ourselves, I'm all for it. So, we may go up here to one of these two, to try to get into this highway next time. I'm thinking we may end up with, like, you know, we have these three, we may end up with these three also, kind of expanding that way. I'm not sure if we want to catch any more of this river, because that's where all of our sewage is going right now. So it's sort of out of sight, out of mind, as long as I don't expand that way. As dreadfully selfish as that is. So we may try some of these next. It looks like we have 2 up for grabs. So I will leave that, though it is an excitement. I will leave it for next time. Thank you again for hanging out with me. Hopefully throughout the next session we'll see the Forest of Nonsense slowly come back to life. Just a reminder that we're all mortal. And we'll need to think up a new name for this, too. This whole residential section here is basically what I'm thinking of as currently Elm Square. It's going to be something else, so if you have any name suggestions, let me know next time. Thank you again. I love you guys. It is always a pleasure to hang out with you here. Hopefully I'll see you again soon. Hopefully tomorrow morning, if nothing else. And goodness, I hope I can speak then. I certainly can't now. Thank you for all of your kind attention. All right, I'm backing out to wave at you. Here it goes. Try not to get motion sick. Oh, all right, see you later. Smooches.